There are a ton of Star Wars projects that have been announced, and well, we can speculate until we're blue in the face as to whether or not the Taika Waititi film is going to come out before Rian Johnson's trilogy, or if Ryan Gosling and Sean Levy are going to somehow leapfrog the Rey movie in coming out. We can take a look at certain announcements on the calendar and put a couple of brain cells together and go, oh yeah, of course, Dave Filoni's going to greenlight the story of his own self-insert so he can continue his fanfic odyssey. So yeah, Ahsoka season 2, yeah, it's very likely to get into development sooner rather than later. And I would imagine at Star Wars Celebration, we're probably going to get a release date before the end of the year, because after Andor season 2 in April, I think it runs into May, there's nothing on the calendar for Lucasfilm, full stop. Okay, nothing Indiana Jones related, definitely nothing Willow related, but there is nothing. Okay, so yeah, they're liable to announce a bunch of different things, but maybe set some things in stone. Maybe I'd let you know that, yeah, we're putting this into development, we're putting this into production finally. But of course, they can't resist with their key jangles, which is what we're going to look at with Ahsoka season 2, because a bunch of them, I mean, as somebody who's not like the biggest Star Wars fan, and I know probably in the very near future, I've just been kind of stuck in a Lord of the Rings loop recently, including The Hobbit, and well, I can't really kick that itch right now because they're just like, as bad as the Hobbit movies are, I kind of enjoy them. But this weekend, or maybe by the time that you guys are watching this video or something like that, I'm gonna be watching the extended trilogy again. But I hope to eventually, just scratch that itch and then be able to move on to something. And yeah, I'd like to go back and rewatch the prequels and the OT. Like, it's been a long time since I've watched them, and maybe I'll have a little bit more of a fondness for them. But as somebody who has just looked at what Disney Plus has done to this franchise and through osmosis absorbed all of those stupid sequel trilogy movies, it's like, wow, my empathy is maxed out for you Star Wars fans that are out there. That's just tough sledding moving forward. And instead of learning, good lessons, okay, instead of learning from, quality character studies, something that you don't need to, drop a bunch of lightsabers in, or just iconography from decades gone by, just learning what made Andor a second look success, something that started with a relatively small fan base but has ballooned in the years that have gone by into something that people are actually looking forward to, instead of hearing, oh yeah, Ahsoka's coming back for season 2, and people dreading that. Like, we've heard that, okay, Baylan Skoll getting recast, unfortunately, because Ray Stevenson passed away, getting recast with Rory McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones. Like, it's good casting, but of course, like, Ray Stevenson was good casting for Baylan Skoll, and what did they end up doing with him? Barely anything. Ultimately setting him up so his apprentice, not apprentice, can backstab him at the conclusion of this story. Like, okay, cool, so you're just gonna have another, girl boss in waiting, overthrow the evil white guy. Like, there's a reason why they didn't go with one of their traditional Disney castings with Baylan, because eventually he's going to be even meaner than he was in season 1. But I look forward to the Hound, looking for the dark side Avatar Force gimmick amidst a bunch of just absolute nonsense, because, okay, Dave Filoni's still going to be writing this, and it's like the guy can't write his way out of a wet paper bag. So instead of, writing coherent stories, or, delving into character motivations, or, maybe having Ezra and Hera sit down and, explaining and going over what it was like for them to be separated in the galaxy when, Ezra sacrificed himself by taking Thrawn and, just taking him out to Peridia at the end of Rebels. Instead of really analyzing that, it's probably just going to be a bunch of quirky one-liners intermixed with a bunch of just stupid pauses, or maybe Chopper will make a couple of buzzes and whirs, just to keep all the shills online entertained. Oh my god, this is like peak Star Wars. Dave Filoni, you have my soul. Whatever. But instead of doing something interesting, threatening us with, I don't know, maybe a character for Ahsoka, making Sabine less insufferable. No, we're just gonna have more key jangles, okay? Because here's one, it does make sense, right? Bringing back Luke Skywalker. No, trying to have Ezra Bridger replace Luke Skywalker, somebody who was not referenced at all in the sequel trilogy, somebody who was immediately made into a dumbass in the first full episode he was in. Okay, you remember, this is the idiot who, surrounded by a bunch of, Thrawn stormtroopers, said to Sabine, okay, yeah, no, I don't need a weapon, the Force is my ally, and then he got his ass kicked, only on that stupid, slow turtle people spaceship chase ended up taking up a blaster because now he needed a weapon instead of the Force being his ally. No, he's going to take over, and he's going to be the Luke Skywalker replacement. But there was rumors that, yeah, Luke Skywalker is going to turn up in Ahsoka Season 2, and if there is remnants of the Empire coming, it's like, that actually does make sense because Luke is active at that time. He's building the Jedi Temple, so yeah, he should be involved in this stuff. Like, this is pretty important goings-on and developments in the story. I don't know why Ahsoka didn't send up the beacon to begin with and why he wasn't in Season 1, but I'm sure that'll not be addressed in Season 2. But Star Wars has perfectly positioned Ezra Bridger to be a replacement for Luke Skywalker in Ahsoka Season 2 and hopefully beyond. I beg your pardon, having first debuted as a lead character in the animated series Star Wars Rebels, yes, Ezra Bridger learned the ways of the Force during the Empire's rule, becoming a Jedi, while also helping out the early Rebel Alliance, although he was exiled for close to 10 years and missed the entire galactic civil war. Yeah, where it was exposited that, oh yeah, the Emperor was defeated, or so we thought, when the Death Star was, or the Death Star 2 was vaporized. God damn, it's so stupid. Ezra's return to the known galaxy means he can become a much-needed Jedi hero during the New Republic era. Yeah, and then he'll, die, or maybe he'll just be one of the many Jedi that Kylo Ren kills, alongside baby Grogu, when he takes out the new Jedi Order before Luke ends up becoming a hermit. Yeah, I'm sure. Revealed, yeah, in Ahsoka's, in 2023's Ahsoka, Ezra Bridger is still alive on the extra-galactic world of Peridia, alongside the Empire's Grand Admiral Cope, connecting the finale of Star Wars Rebels. Yeah. But he's the only guy who can defeat Thrawn, even though he was on the same, or in the same galaxy as him. And Thrawn, having access to a Star Destroyer for some reason, couldn't take out somebody who was living in a village like what seemed to be about a dozen kilometers away. Yeah, no, definitely. He's the only guy who can fight Thrawn. The guy who, if in a better story, would be later exposed in Season 2 as being a complete and total fraud who may or may not have gotten lucky a couple of times to ascend the ranks of the Empire, showing how corrupt the Empire was to begin with. But no. The blue guy, he's really important, and the guy with the beard, he's definitely gonna play a big role. But realistically, like, nobody cares about Ezra. Like, nobody's talking about him after Ahsoka came around. What was everybody talking about? The key jangles, which is why the only time people will reference Ezra is if he's going to be working with Luke, which does make some bit of sense because now they're going to be in the same galaxy together before Ahsoka, Sabine, Hu Yang, and the not Sith Dark Jedis come back to the other galaxy in order to, get ready for Dave Filoni's stupid team-up movie. Like, that would make sense, okay? So that's, in a more daft hand, this would be a better written cameo. This would be a better written character included in the story, but it's Dave Filoni. It's just, yeah, his toys in the sandbox clanking together, and ultimately Ahsoka is positioned as the main character of Star Wars moving forward because she's going to get a big helping hand, not just from Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker next season, but apparently Ewan McGregor. Okay, yeah, has Obi-Wan. Oh my god, Obi-Wan from Clone Wars. Oh, we're gonna have more flashbacks. Oh my god, he's gonna He Obi'd. He's gonna have his Clone Wars costume in live action. Oh my god, this is the Clone Wars. We can see the attack on Mandalore. Oh my god, it's gonna be so great. Idiots. Absolute idiots. But it's gonna be so great to see Ewan McGregor back in the role that made him so popular. Oh my god. It's gonna be the exact same cope that they had when Anakin returned in Ahsoka. Hayden Christensen finally gets to reprise his role, not mentioning that he was also in that abysmal Obi Wan Kenobi show. But now Obi-Wan can come back and everybody will just, forget that the Obi-Wan show happened. Star Wars fans must pay attention. Since Ahsoka Season 2 is on its way in our and to our screens. Sure, reports suggest that it will feature Ewan McGregor in his iconic role as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ooh, key jangles. Set in the Star Wars universe, the TV series follows the former Jedi apprentice Ahsoka Tano. Yes, it does. Oh my god, when she does such iconic things like cross her arms and stare longingly onto the horizon and smirk. It's so great. What a fantastic show. Who plays a crucial role in the galaxy's ongoing battles. Sure she does. The events occur, the Galactic Empire's fall, resulting in a fragile galaxy. Well, yeah, during a time of the incompetent New Republic that'll eventually get overthrown in an afternoon by the First Order, and then eventually, descends into the Final Order, and then super not dead Palpatine is blown up again, but he's supposed to transfer all of his essence into his granddaughter, and my head hurts. Despite the new threats, Tano continues her quest to keep her galaxy protected, and I don't care. Just tell me about Ewan McGregor. So how will Ewan McGregor's Obi Wan Kenobi fit into this narrative? Well, it's just going to be flashbacks, right? Well, production of Ahsoka Season 2 seems to be moving forward smoothly, but all we have is rumors. We don't really have anything confirmed, like no reports from the set so much. It's just all, yeah, we kind of think this is what's going to happen. There have been rumors about Ewan McGregor appearing as Obi Wan Kenobi. Fans might see him during a flashback scene alongside Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker, and Ariana Greenblatt as young Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, exactly. The better the better Ahsoka Tano, played by the young kid, because Rosario Dawson, it's like, you can act. I think you can. It's just you do a really good job of convincing everybody that you can't as Ahsoka. Now, the rumor comes from a well-known podcast host, yes, Christian Harloff, who also claims that the flashback scenes will ignite nostalgia from fans, as it will be the time of the Clone Wars. It's the Clone Wars, because they said it was the Clone Wars. If this happens to be true, it would undeniably be memorable for fans, as the Clone Wars is one of the most pivotal periods in Star Wars history. Yes, something that was only barely more popular than the Ahsoka series, because that animated piss-stinking show nobody watched. Jesus Christ. It wasn't until Disney started to flood the market with all of these Star Wars shows when people were like, God, has Star Wars ever done this before? All right, yeah, there was that, shitty cartoon that was running around on, Disney Plus, or I'm sorry, on the Disney Channel beforehand. Is like, oh yeah, right, that was really bad. No, it was good. It had good storytelling. There's like one good arc, I think. Now there's magic in Star Wars. I beg your pardon? But if it was just Ewan McGregor coming back, just trying to, rattle his cup around with the loose change that he got from his most recent Lucasfilm paycheck, it wouldn't be so bad. Like, this guy wants a season 2 of Obi-Wan, but it's hilarious that Kathleen Kennedy's like, well, how do we put another diverse woman into it? Okay, how do we stick a chick in it and make it lame and gay? But she's not doing the meme. She's being earnest in her assertion there. How can we tell another story of Reva under the guise of an Obi-Wan story? How can we convince Liam Neeson to come back to be Qui-Gon Jinn for more than just a couple of lines legitimately? That's all he came back for in Obi-Wan. How can we go ahead and how can we take that star power right there? How can we go ahead and raise it up so we could tell the compelling Reva story about her redemption? I'm sure it'll be just fucking fantastic. But yeah, you could, okay, if they were going to be doing the Clone War stories, yeah, okay, an Obi-Wan cameo, I guess that would make sense. It makes me roll my eyes so hard I need to get assessed for a second grade concussion. But why would you bring back Padme? Oh my God. Like, this right here, this is nauseating shit. As somebody who is just like a passing fan of Star Wars, okay? I appreciate what the series has done for cinema in general, and at this point in time, I'm starting to think it was a big fucking mistake. But this is like, this is beyond the pale. What are we doing? Star Wars may bring back Natalie Portman to reprise Padme Amidala for Ahsoka Season 2. Jesus Christ. I guess Taika Waititi's finally getting his wish to finally have Natalie Portman in a Star Wars project. Go back to the reports coming out of the Thor Love and Thunder set for that one. The Star Wars fandom is abuzz with conflicting reports about Natalie Portman's possible return to a galaxy far, far away. YouTuber Christian Harloff claims that Portman is in talks to reprise her role as Padme Amidala in the second season of Ahsoka. If true, this would mark her first appearance in the Star Wars universe since 2005's Revenge of the Sith. Jesus Christ. Where she died of sadness. God, that movie's stupid. Great action scenes. Okay, great action scenes. Just like I said, I have to go back and I have to watch that, and I probably will in the near future just to, see what's up. I remember liking Revenge of the Sith. It's definitely the most tolerable of the prequels, but I might have a different opinion of them when I go back and watch them. But anyways, Harloff reports that Dave Filoni, the creator and showrunner and a love interest to Ahsoka, and Lucasfilm chief creative officer, is eager to bring back Portman into the fold. The rumor comes on the heels of other casting buzz surrounding Ahsoka Season 2, including possible returns for Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, and Ariana Greenblatt. Yeah, the one that's probably in stone is Anakin, because in Ahsoka Season 1, Ahsoka mentioned that there's something like 20 different recordings for Anakin, so yeah, he's going to be around for however long Dave Filoni wants to drag this vanity project out for. According to Harloff, a deal with Portman is close to being finalized. Jesus. Speculation about Padme's role in Ahsoka naturally leads to the world between worlds. Yeah, because I don't like, okay, when she was a senator, right? Especially during the time of the Clone Wars, canonically in the movies, not that goofy TV show. Yeah, she was a senator. I don't really know if she played that much of an active role in combat, so having her in a flashback alongside Anakin and Obi-Wan doesn't make a lot of sense. And why they would just have, like, unless they're just going to do a bottle episode, it's like, hey, look, it's Hayden Christensen during the time of the Clone Wars. He's being Anakin, and we're just going to follow him around because there's not much else that we could do with this limited series and just a minuscule amount of runtime. It's like, there was enough padding in season 1 of Ahsoka. So yeah, we could just go ahead and we could just do an Anakin-centric we could do it, an Anakin-centric episode. We could get away with that, and that's how you bring in Padme. That would be stupid enough to happen. This enigmatic realm allows characters to traverse space and time, opening the door for flashbacks and alternate realities. So are they going to go ahead and try to redeem Anakin in the past by bringing back Padme and explain that, oh my god, there are so many avenues, like, for as much canon destroying garbage that Obi-Wan introduced, like this one right here. Ooh, this could really fuck up Vader even worse. Ooh, this could be really bad. Portman has previously expressed openness to returning to Star Wars, though she admitted in 2023 that no discussions had taken place at that time. Yeah, it's probably because Dave Filoni floated the idea that, no guys, like, my Ahsoka show is gonna be like super popular, and maybe like outside of Vader we don't need to jangle any keys. But after seeing the viewing results, oh yeah, can we just go ahead and get Natalie Portman back? Can we actually get like Ewan McGregor back? Can we get the Darth? Can we get Luke? Can we get Luke? Can we get Han? Who else can we get? Can we get Chewbacca? Because we already got C-3PO. R2-D2 was there. Who else could we get? Can we get Boba Fett? Can we get anybody else? Because we got the World Between Worlds. Can we get Jango Fett? Can we get a Hutt? Oh no, right, he's gonna be in the Mandalorian movie. Jesus Christ, like, all of this shit is so goddamn stupid. And if they actually do this, man, I'm sure it'll play well. I'm sure it'll play well to the reactors on YouTube, but to anybody that has good common sense left in their heads, this will be the moment that'll just really tip them over the edge and going, Lucasfilm, just stop at this point in time. You're pathetic. Your member berries don't work here. Or maybe I'm being too damn optimistic, because 2023 was a while away at this point in time, and there were a lot of people that were convinced that, oh my god, it's red was peak Star Wars content. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'd imagine in April there's going to be a fair amount of announcements at Star Wars Celebration out there in Japan, and I for one can't wait, but probably not for the reasons that Disney wants my anticipation. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.